Oshkosh Media is government programming on GovTV, community programming on Life TV, and community radio on Oshkosh FM 101.9.
Welcome to the City Manager's Report, a look at city updates and a preview of the next Oshkosh Common Council meeting agenda.
And thanks for joining us for this edition of the City Manager's Report. I'm Andy Raddick, and in a moment we'll be joined by City Manager Rebecca Grill. In the first half of today's program, we'll have a summary of some municipal news updates, including information from your city departments. In the second half, we'll highlight items from the upcoming Tuesday, June 10th, Oshkosh Common Council meeting agenda. And with that, we bring in our City Manager, Rebecca Grill. Rebecca, thank you for joining us today and for being here on the show.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, very good. Well, we have a lot to talk about today, as we always do. One item is that we wanted to inform residents about, we're getting into that time of year where the 4th of July is coming up, and a lot of celebrations, and one of those things that sort of comes along with the 4th of July is oftentimes residents have some fireworks. And so we wanted to outline a little bit more information for residents about fireworks and the ordinance that is in effect for Oshkosh. And so we have several fireworks that are allowed and fine for people to use.
Right, that would be in the lines of sparklers or stationary cones, fountains, the snakes, smoke bombs, caps, any noise makers or confetti poppers. On the other hand, it is illegal to have anything that explodes or leaves the ground. So people need to remember that when if they're going and purchasing any fireworks, that they should leave the illegal ones on the shelf.
Okay, all right, we're seeing kind of a list here up on the screen.
Yes.
With some of that. So really that's the thing, if it explodes or leaves the ground, that's the critical difference. And I know that the Oshkosh Police Department will be doing some inspections of vendors through this time.
Right, they're going to go to locations where people sell fireworks to ensure that there's no illegal fireworks being sold to individuals in the city of Oshkosh. And just want to remind people that there are ordinances prohibiting fireworks in the city of Oshkosh. So there are fines that juveniles and adults can receive. They start at $100 and go up to over $1,300.
Right. So we're looking at the fines for juveniles right now, and then the fines for adults sort of escalate from there. So really there are court or other fees that are on top of that. So really that could amount up to over $1,300 for third offense. So we just wanted to highlight that the fact that we want people to be responsible with fireworks, and they can cause distress to our residents, especially those with PTSD or noise sensitivities. So we just would like folks to be aware of that, and especially also with our pets as well.
Right.
Be courteous of our neighbors, but actually if folks do not want to purchase fireworks at all, there's a really great free alternative, and I believe that is scheduled for Friday, July 4th.
Right. The city has a professional fireworks show that Festival Foods is a sponsor, and it is on July 4th. It starts at dusk on the north end of Menominee Park. They'll be launched from Ames Point, which is a new location this year. So people should make note of that. It's at a different location.
Right, exactly. The far north end of Menominee Park. Great location. Great place to view the fireworks from, and I know that it's a very popular spot. Even when the fireworks were at their previous location, folks would still set up there, but it'll be a great place to view from, and I know a lot of people also view from their boats, and so it's a great spot to view from the lake and whatnot as well. So just wanted to encourage folks to check out the Festival Foods Fireworks Show. Again, that is Friday, July 4th at dusk, and this time originating at Ames Point. All right. Well, we had a visitor to Oshkosh recently, filling some potholes. What can you
Sure.
tell us about that?
Governor Evers came to the city, I believe it was a week ago, and filled some potholes with other notable people and our public works people. He just wanted to put a spotlight on the continued investment that Wisconsin is putting into municipalities for roads, bridges, and infrastructure. This is the 5th year he's been doing his pothole patrol. And then, as I mentioned, the public works staff were present. You can see them in the photos here assisting the governor. The county executive was there, and Lori Palmieri was there also, representative. So a lot of things. A lot of people were there, and we're very pleased that he came to the city of Oshkosh.
Sure. Well, Oshkosh is very dependent upon funding for things like this, and I know that there are provisions in the state budget to allow for these things. So I think this was an effort to draw attention to that. So, but yeah. So and we do continue on our road projects in Oshkosh. Actually, even much better than potholes, we're actually fixing the roads so that they don't need potholes anymore. One of those projects is over on West 15th Avenue, and it's the section between Ohio Street to Oregon Street is currently finishing up a lot of their paving operations right now, and sidewalks are, I guess, coming around shortly.
Yeah, the sidewalks will be starting the end of, or later this week. There'll be new pavement and sidewalks on West 15th Avenue, storm sewers, sanitary sewers, water main relay, and also electrical work. So there's a lot of underground improvements that are done that people don't necessarily see once we put the roads on there.
Right. The most visible part, obviously, is the paving and the concrete, but I think our public works staff is very proud of all the new infrastructure that goes underneath and does a much better job to serve our residents with sewer service, with water service, all those sorts of stormwater, all those sorts of things. So we're seeing all the work that's been completed here. It looks like quite a bit of paving has been done, but they actually have laid all the foundations, so to speak, prior to what we're seeing here. And you can see as well that the sidewalks are not complete there, but as you had mentioned, they are coming soon.
Yes.
So we also have some work over on Michigan Street, and that started this week with sewer and water work, and that is part of the phase 1 of the project.
Right. This project has 2 phases, as you mentioned. Phase 1 is Michigan Avenue from West 7th Avenue to West 11th Avenue. And then phase 2 is West 11th Avenue, Ohio Street to Michigan Street. And that will start sometime in August, the phase 2.
Okay. So kind of a big project there. And that project consists of sanitary sewer, water main, storm sewer, and then water laterals will be installed, replaced, or repaired as needed. And then, of course, electrical work and other types of projects going on before the concrete pavement goes in, as we had mentioned. So they're looking to have that completed pretty much by the end of October is the goal.
Quite a large project, and as we mentioned, a lot of underground work that's going on there too. Right.
These things take time. And then also, I know last year we had talked quite a bit about Wagoo Avenue, and there was a large section of that road that was updated and repaved. But this year we're actually finishing the rest of it, and that is Rosalia Street to Lake Winnebago, and that will be starting very soon.
Yeah, it's supposed to start next week. Right now you should be seeing equipment and supplies that are arriving. Construction, as I mentioned, will start the week of June 9th, and expected completion is September 26th. There's also 2 phases to this. The first phase is Wagoo Avenue, that starts next week, the Rosalia to Lake Winnebago, and that's 14 weeks for completion. And then phase 2 is Sweet Street, anticipating 4 weeks for that completion of that.
Okay. And again, it's sanitary sewer, water main, storm sewer, laterals, and then electrical work, all prior to the concrete pavement. So quite a bit being done there underground as well. And then that work also includes a water main relay and services and sanitary lateral replacement on Sweet Street. So there's quite a bit happening there as well. And then we have a little preview of a few projects that are coming up a little bit later on too.
Right, Bay Shore Drive and Bay Street reconstruction, that'll be starting sometime in July. And there's other projects that will be starting later this year, and people can go online and subscribe, and they'll get email updates for construction and reconstruction projects. They can go to the Public Works website and sign up for any of these email distribution lists that are being shown on the screen at this time.
Right. And there's quite a list there, as you can see. There's quite an extensive list. So especially for those residents who may live in these areas and they'd like to know, what's happening this week or next week, they can sign up there and then get the email. The emails are great. They have a lot of information, and so that's a wonderful resource. There's also a dashboard that Public Works has developed that shows the entire city and the projects that are happening, and also the traffic restrictions that are involved with some of these things. So we encourage folks to check out the city website and research a little bit more about your Public Works projects that are happening. Speaking of Public Works, actually they have a survey that is open right now. They're always looking for feedback and looking for ways to do things better. So we encourage folks to take the survey.
It'll be used for future planning and initiatives to better serve the residents. It's only 9 questions, so it really should only take about 3 minutes to complete. It's open now through the June 29th. There's a link on the website in Hot Topics or on the city's Pocal survey page. Right.
So encourage folks to take advantage of their opportunity to have their voice heard and fill out the questions there. There are a wide range of questions, just looking for feedback about Public Works Department services and your perceptions on how things have been going, and they really would like to hear from you of what your opinions are. So we encourage you to take the survey. One other item that we can talk a little bit about here is, and we had referenced this in the State of the City video, the Homeless Outreach Center has opened in Opera House Square, which is downtown Oshkosh. And this is an initiative that the Oshkosh Police Department has been very active to get this off the ground and to get this going. So if you can tell us a little bit more about it.
Sure, this was an initiative that was part of the budget, and I believe it opened on June 1st. It's on the corner of Market Street and Algoma Boulevard in downtown. They're going to be helping people who are homeless and dealing with mental health issues. They're going to work with the behavioral health unit of the Oshkosh Police Department, and there's some connections with county resources also. So they'll be putting people in touch with the resources, talking to them, finding a little bit more about needs, and just, having some interactions and relationships.
We're seeing K9 Gemma
yes.
right there, and K9 Gemma is part of the behavioral
yes.
resource team.
Yes.
So maybe folks would be able to visit Gemma there as well. But it's a place where folks can get resources and they can find assistance, help. They can be pointed in the right direction for things that they need. So it's a great resource that is available in downtown Oshkosh, and just wanted everyone to be aware that it's there and that they are up and running and seeking to fulfill the mission of the Oshkosh Police Department.
And if people want any further information, they can go to the police website and find out a little bit more about the mission.
Absolutely. They have a lot of information on their website. It's a very, very great resource. Okay, then we also wanted to highlight over at the Oshkosh Public Museum, they always have something new going on over there. There's always something that is exciting and interesting. They have a new exhibit called In Good Spirits. And so this actually is quite interesting. It's a look at different types of drinking vessels. So
Yes.
something new.
Yes, different drinking vessels and containers from spirited alcohol beverages. The Frederick and Marion Duro Trust Fund is sponsoring this, so it's made possible through them. The containers and vessels were curated through the Public Museum collection, and there's each piece has a story about history and the function.
Exactly, and it really explores how form meets function in designing these containers. I know that when you order different types of drinks, they typically come in a different type of glass, and so this is a little bit of information about how this came to be, and almost from a historical perspective of how this developed. And I think there's everything from champagne glasses to wine goblets, whiskey bottles, and beer steins. It's kind of a mix of a lot of different things there.
Yeah, and it's for over 100 years of items celebrating the good spirits. And the museum is open from Tuesday to Saturday from 10 to 4:30, except on Thursdays they're going to be open till 7 p.m. That begins on July 24th following the opening of the Tiffany Gardens in Glass exhibit.
Right. There's a lot of anticipation for the new Tiffany exhibit that's coming around. So those evening hours, as you mentioned, will commence in July 24th. But until then, we recommend that people check out In Good Spirits, as well as all of the other things going on at the museum. And you can explore the Public Museum website, as we're seeing here, oshkoshmuseum.org. And there's a lot more information there about everything going on at the museum. And you can spend a good amount of time there just exploring and learning about not only local history, but even about spirits glasses. who knew?
Right.
So looking forward to that. All right, speaking of good things to do in Oshkosh, I know that our Oshkosh Parks Department is very busy right now. They have a lot going on. So we have a little roundup of some of the things that they have happening right now.
This weekend on Saturday, the Pollock Community Water Park is opening. The hours of operation are daily from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that'll be opening on Saturday, the 7th. Then there's also Brews by the Waterside. It'll be taking place at 2 alternating locations this year, Rainbow Park and Menominee Park. You can go there for live music, food trucks, yard games, and local beer. The next Brews by the Waterside is on June 11th at Menominee Park, and there's going to be a band there called Minus One.
Right. So this is a little bit of a change from the past. It's not the Brews on the bay. Now it's called Brews by the Waterside. As you had mentioned, it alternates locations between Menominee Park and Rainbow Park. So that's just a little bit of a change from what it had been. But it's a very popular event, and I know that folks will be excited to take part in that one. Also, we have Live at the Leach, the free Tuesday night concert series, and that has been a very popular event. It's gotten more popular every year as they've had this, and that takes place beginning Tuesday, June 17th. The gates open that day at 5:30 p.m. They have food trucks, family fun, and the band that evening will be the Glam Band on from 6 until 9 p.m. So they're a lot of fun.
There's a great picture on the
Yeah,
screen.
you can kind of get an idea. Some 80s hair band music and all kinds of fun there. And then speaking of the Leach Amphitheater, we have another event that's great for families.
Right. June Dairy Day will be on Saturday, June 14th from 10 to 1 at the Leach Amphitheater. The whole family can come to learn about the dairy industry, visit the petting zoo, bounce houses, face painting, and a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, and we encourage folks to check out the Oshkosh Parks Department website, and they have a activity guide that details all of this information. Really gives you a lot more details about everything, and it goes all the way through the fall. They have some wonderful events that we'll be talking about later on that happen in the fall. But check that out. You can get all the details there. Including about riding the train through Menominee
Yes.
Park. So all kinds of fun at the Oshkosh Parks Department. Okay, we also wanted to make mention the Oshkosh Public Library is launching their Summer Reading Challenge. And what are the dates for the Reading Challenge this year?
The challenge starts on June 6th. It goes through August 16th. It's for all ages, and it's to recognize 125 years of the library. Mm-hmm. People can earn goodie bags when they reach milestones, enter for drawings for themed raffle baskets, and participate in library programs and events throughout the summer.
Yeah. And this year the library has set a community goal to read 1 million minutes. So if successful, they're going to have a 1 million minute celebration party on August 22nd at the library. So let's hope that they can get that 1 million minute mark and then have the party. So readers can actually choose between, they have, as you had mentioned, they have to track their reading time. Mm-hmm. And so they can choose between a paper tracker or a digital tracker online to log their time. And the paper trackers are available at the library, or they can be downloaded from the website at oshkoshlibrary.org. So we encourage folks to take advantage of that. For the digital tracker, there is a download available, and that is there's a link to that through the library's website. So any type of reading counts toward this challenge. So whatever your fancy is with reading, you can take advantage of this. And they also have another initiative that they're looking to do this summer as well.
Right. As it relates to the 125th anniversary, they want to collect personal stories from community members. So if you have a book memory, a photo, family reading tradition, you can send that to the info@oshkoshlibrary.org, the email address. Submissions may be featured on library social media channels. You can also visit oshkoshlibrary.org, call 920-236-5208, or email youth@oshkoshlibrary.org to find out more.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities there to connect with the library. But I know that they're excited about their 125th anniversary. They completely revamped their website, and they've been very active doing a lot over there. So we encourage folks to take advantage of all the programs at the Oshkosh Public Library. All right, and the library is located in downtown Oshkosh. It's been beautified a lot this year. We have over 1,100 tulip bulbs that have been planted by volunteers in Opera House Square. So I know that was quite a splash of color when those appeared. And we have a lot of other things going on downtown.
Yeah, there's 66 American flags that were raised, and they'll be flown until Labor Day. Also, additionally, over 100 planters of various sizes with a wide array of colorful flowers and plants. And then the Parks Department has planted 25 trees in memories of people's loved ones. People can find out more about that program by contacting our Parks Department, Travis Dirks. You can call him at 920-236-5080 and request information about purchasing a tree in memory of your loved one.
Sure. Yeah, that's been a very popular program. So we encourage folks to give a call to Travis, 236-5080, and get in touch, and you can learn more about how to purchase a memorial tree that would be planted in one of the Oshkosh parks. So we encourage folks to do that. All right. Well, Rebecca, I think we'll take a quick break here, and we'll come right back to talk a little bit more about the Oshkosh Common Council meeting agenda for the upcoming meeting. Stay with us. And welcome back to the City Manager's Report. And we will be taking a look at the upcoming council agenda. That is the meeting coming up on Tuesday, June 10th at 6 p.m. at City Hall. And that meeting will actually begin with a workshop session that begins at 5 p.m. in room 404. And this is a look at a report about City of Oshkosh facilities and kind of the status of our city facilities.
Right. We had an architect review all of the city facilities and assess what condition they are in and rank those. So we'll be presenting that information to the Common Council. This is being done at this time because we're also starting our budget and capital improvement process. So having that information available will be very helpful for decision making.
Sure. All right. Very, very informational piece there. All right. Then we also have a presentation, and we've talked a little bit about this. Dan Braun at the Oshkosh Senior Center has received some national recognition, and he will be recognized at the council meeting.
Yes, he was recognized as a finalist for 2025 Instructor of the Year for Silver Sneakers. So you can see a picture of him there. Dan does a great job at the Senior Center, and his recognition illustrates that, and we just want to celebrate that at the next council meeting.
Right. And again, congratulations to Dan on well-deserved recognition. That is a wonderful thing. Okay, then under our consent agenda, we have some different things here. We're awarding a bid for some tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts rehabilitation. And I know that pickleball has been a very popular thing locally here.
Yes, and so this is an investment into 44th Parallel Park and Stevens Park. They'll be updating those courts for people, as you mentioned. It's tennis courts, pickleball courts, and basketball courts.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we have to maintain those and keep those in good shape so everyone can get out and enjoy that. All right, then we also have, we are approving some appointments to the Plan Commission and Sustainability Advisory Board. And we just wanted to remind folks that these boards and commissions don't just happen on their own. We need local residents to get involved.
Yeah, it's a good time to remind people that if they want to be to serve on a board or a committee or commission, they can go online and apply for that. You can see on the website or on the screen right now, there's a website form to fill that out, and we would welcome people to do that. If they have questions about the different boards or committees or commissions, feel free to give my office a call and we can talk through that with them.
Mm-hmm. So really, how does that work then, Rebecca? So like a board or commission meets and they have their agenda, they talk about various issues and topics, and then where do things go from there?
It really depends on the board, committee, or commissions. A lot of them go to the Common Council, so they will make a recommendation or take a position on a certain thing, but there's certain boards, such as the Library Board or the Police and Fire Commission, that their decisions do not flow onto the council. But it really depends on the type of board that it is.
Mm-hmm. And if somebody out there is thinking, you know, I really don't have experience to talk about whatever it might be, whatever board, what would you say to that person?
Well, I think we could find a place for most people. Just life experience helps in a lot of places, and there's just a diversity of boards, committees, and commissions that I think anyone's experience could really contribute. So.
Absolutely, yeah. We try to remind folks that we need citizen participation. That's how it works. And so I know a lot of times people think of the council as being maybe the most visible, but all of these other boards and commissions are working behind the scenes making important decisions as well. So we encourage folks to give that some consideration.
Yeah. Their contributions are invaluable, yes.
All right. Well, Rebecca, we're about out of time today, and we thank you for your insights and information.
Thanks for having me.
All right, and we thank you for joining us today as well. Again, that Common Council meeting is coming up on Tuesday, June 10th. Tune in on Oshkosh Media, and we will see you in 2 weeks.